Hey y'all, good morning or welcome back to a cooking lesson. So I have been missing in action. Last week I did a cooking video which was short, sweet, and simple. I wanted to let y'all know that I still love to cook. I'm always gonna love to eat. If you don't know, you need to watch my other my vlogs, because your girl is trying to lose 25 pounds. I'm trying to get that collarbone. Like, I gotta do all this to show you the collarbone, but I'm trying to get my collarbone back. So that being said, I pretty much eat more healthy things, and I'm trying to figure out a way to display that and cook it and make it a long video, because most of the stuff I do is semi-homemade, semi-store-bought, which y'all know, and that video is gonna be like 4 minutes. So gonna watch a 4-minute video. So I am inspired today to cook for the family. So my family, they work. Everybody works. They working hard. I love them, and I get to work at home. Woohoo! So I have the time and the quality to put a good meal out for them. So what I'm gonna do to make is what I'm going to do today is make stuffed shells. Is that the same as raviolis? Let me know. Like, is raviolis and stuffed shells, are they like twins? Are they like cousins, or they just like half stepsister and brother? Don't know. Leave it down in the comment. Let me know if I can call that a ravioli. So anyway, I'm going to make dinner for my family. So I'm gonna make dinner for my mom, I'm gonna make dinner for me, and I'm gonna make dinner for my brother and his family. But I'm gonna pack it all up, and all they have to do is cook the garlic bread. So I'm gonna make stuffed shells today, and I have everything out, and I had the ingredients in my refrigerator. So with this, it's gonna be like a vegetarian. Yeah, it's gonna be a vegetarian meal, so it's no meat involved. It's a lot of dairy, so if you can't stand the dairy, then I don't think you want this meal for today. And it doesn't take that many ingredients. What the problem is, it ain't even a problem, let's get real. If you like seasoning, if you like flavor, if you like cooking from the heart and making that soulful meal, you need some ingredients like seasoning, salt, and Flavor Town. You know, I do Flavor Town around here. So what I'm actually gonna do, Flavor Town. So what I'm actually gonna do is make stuffed shells today, and I'm gonna go ahead and set up everything at a nice cute line, assembly line, and then I'm gonna come back and teach y'all how I do mine, because this is a meal semi-easy, semi-store-bought, made to you, made with you, all with love. So follow me in the kitchen and let's get to cooking. All right. I'm so excited I get to cook for the family. All right, y'all. Alright guys, so to make the stuffed shells, the first thing we need to do is get us a boiling pot of water, and I'm going to add a nice amount of kosher salt, or you can use whatever salt you like, and just add it in here when the water is boiling, because guess what, we want to flavor our noodles. So make sure your water is boiling first. Once it starts boiling, you want to go ahead and drop these shells in there, and you want to cook them al dente, so it's like halfway cooked, because we're going to add the cheese and the sauce and everything to it, and it's going to go in the oven. So if you ever made lasagna, you know how you make the lasagna noodles, they're like al dente, they're flexible, you're able to move them around and make them the shape you want, but they're not fully cooked, so that it won't get mushy in the process. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let this start boiling a little bit longer, and I probably will cook these noodles for about 6 to 8 minutes. 9 times out of 10 they have it on the back or the size recommendation for boiling. Yeah, recommendation for boiling it is normally on 5, so it says bring to a 4 to 6 quart of water, and they want you to boil for 9 minutes, and clearly I'm probably gonna boil for 6 to 8 minutes like I said, and boom, I'm gonna take them out. And then once we take them out, we're gonna let them cool on a bed of ice water, because we don't want them to continue to cook from the steam of the water. And then I'm gonna show you the next process and how we're gonna mix our filling, and then how we're gonna stuff these and make it so easy. So stay tuned. We're gonna start this out very well. Yep. Alright guys, so now that the noodles are done, cooking and everything is just how we want it, we're about to start off doing the next part of the stuffed noodles. So the items that you're gonna need for the stuffed noodles is going to be some Parmesan cheese. You can get the fresh one. Go ahead and get the fresh one. You need some ricotta cheese. If you cannot find ricotta cheese, you can also go ahead and get cottage cheese as well. Some seasonings that I'm going to use. I'm going to use Total Sea seasoning, which is really good. It has garlic, has salt, it has pepper, has all the good stuff in there. Parsley, if you have fresh, go ahead and get fresh stuff as well. And basil, you know, I'm going to use a little bit of accent salt. And I'm going to use a little bit of this. It has garlic, it has a spice, it has herbs. And then you want to make sure you get some marinara sauce. Now, do not get pizza sauce or spaghetti sauce because the flavor profile is different. You're going to need 1 egg, and you're also going to need some fresh garlic. If you don't have these seasonings and items, it's okay. Salt and pepper and whatever you like to use for your fragrance. Now, you're going to need a bag. And the reason why I'm telling you you're going to need a bag, because this is going to make it so easy to stuff these, to stuff them pretty much. So, first thing first, if your bag is big enough, you got a large bag, get you a bowl and put the bag inside the bowl. It makes for mixing everything simple and easy. So go ahead and do that, just like I'm doing. And I'm going to set that aside because I want to go over the noodles and the process it went through. So I boiled these noodles for 8 minutes, like I told you. And this is what I'm talking about when you want the noodles to be like semi-done. This is flexible. I can do what I need to do for stuffing and make sure it keeps its composure. Now, I cooked some more noodles right here. I was looking for them. And these noodles are broke. They didn't come out exactly how I want them because every noodle in the pack is not going to come out nice and pretty like this. So make sure you just dump the noodles. You find the ones that you need, and the other ones just put them aside. You still can use them. They're usable, but they're not pretty and aesthetic to the eye. So all you're going to do, I need some pepper too, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all that. So all I'm going to do is just, I boiled them for 8 minutes. I took them out the hot water. I ran some cold water underneath as I drained them. And then I picked out the ones that was going to look nice. The ones that's going to look like shells. So all I'm going to do at this time is just pick it up out of here. And I let it drain on a paper towel. So I'm going to pick them up out of here and just transfer them over on this lid. Make sure you are careful that you don't break any of them or mess them up. Okay, because you want them to keep their composure. You want to keep their shape. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about, how you need to cook the noodles. Simple, easy, not hard at all. So what I'm going to do right now is just take them. And I'm going to move this down to my second shelf, okay? So just sit them aside. And one thing I noticed that a lot of people like to do, add oil to their boiling noodles. Do not do that, okay? Just don't do it. So here's the bowl, and I put the D.I.Y bag inside there. And all I'm going to do is add the ricotta cheese inside here. So you can add the whole container. I'm going to add the whole container because when I get done making these, I am going to fill these bad boys up. So add the whole container of ricotta cheese. You can use cottage cheese as well. Ricotta cheese doesn't have that, like, the little clumps that cottage cheese have. And if you use cottage cheese, just make sure you get the small clusters, okay? Because they have large clusters, and then they have the ones that you can just break up into your own. So get the small clusters if you can. Next, you want to go ahead and add a little bit of the Parmesan cheese to this. Save some for the top, but you just want to add about a half of the bag in here to mix it up. And then you want to save the rest for the top. Then you want to go ahead and add some of your seasonings that you're going to use. So I'm going to do this by eyeball, but if you need measurements, I will start off with 2 teaspoons of each thing, but I'm just going to go ahead and just eyeball everything. So I use a little bit of this. Next, I'm going to put some parsley in there. I'm going to use some basil. You can use Italian season. I didn't think about that. If you're not big on a lot of seasonings, go ahead and just get you some Italian seasoning, work that in there as well. I'm gonna go put a tablespoon of that in there. Oops, so I can show you at the front. So that's really good. I'm gonna use a little bit of pepper, maybe a teaspoon of pepper instead of a tablespoon, and accent salt. Was accent salt? It's just accent flavor, accent seasoning. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of that. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and chop up this garlic, and I'm gonna throw the garlic in here as well. Use as much garlic as you like. I use about 5 cloves because this is a lot going on, and I wanted to make sure you was gonna feel what I was serving today, okay? And then make sure you have that 1 egg out for room temperature, because guess what? You're gonna throw that egg in here after you mix all this up and you feel that you have enough seasoning, okay? Then you just wanna go ahead and throw that egg in there. Now, this meal is simple, it's easy. You can have people help you make it, the kids, if y'all like still in that cooking mode, everybody want to learn how to do something. This is one of the meals that you can have everybody help you with. Now, if your people don't like the garlic, mince it, dice it, or get the garlic in the jar. Normally I have the garlic in the jar, but the fresh garlic would do, okay? Just take a little bit of time. Now go ahead and mix all this up. Make sure that your seasonings are tasting how you want them. And you just want to give it a nice mixture, because you don't want your seasonings just sitting on top of the ricotta. Or ricotta. How y'all say ricotta? Ricotta. So when you put it in here, you just want to make sure everything is at like one end of the spectrum of the bag, because you're going to use this bag for like a piping bag. So all the people that are bakers and they see me doing this, they know why I put it in this bag, because this is the trick. When you stuff in them shells, you be trying to figure out, you mix it in a bowl, like how in the world I'm going to get this in the shells. Just get you a bag, put it in the bag, and mix it up. So let me taste this. Okay. Because ricotta cheese is pretty flexible, you know. It takes to whatever you get. So just go ahead and mix it up. And I'm gonna add a little bit more of this red garlic seasoning in there, because I'm telling you, that gave it this little kick. And I'm gonna add a little more of basil, because I didn't really add a lot of basil in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix this in. Okay. Mix it in really good. Now, I like using ricotta cheese for this process because it gives it like this creamy consistency, and it's not as runny as cottage cheese. Cottage cheese tends to be a little bit more milky. They have like a runny consistency in it, and that's not what I'm really into looking forward to. So yeah. Alright. Alright, I think I got all of it mixed together. Everything got a little bit of something in it. Okay, a little bit of something. So at this point, you just want to zip your bag up, okay? Zip it up. Leave a little air pocket on the side so you can let the air out. And you want to find if your lefty or right what suits you best. Okay? Do a little spin to it like so. Sit it on the side. And let me move all this stuff out the way. And y'all, I almost forgot to tell you. I told y'all to add the egg, and I was about to forget to add the egg. And I was going to cook this and be like, something about this is not right. So add your egg once you get your flavors together. At this point, you cannot be testing the profile out, because you got the egg in there and you don't want to get sick, unless you like old school. Some people back from old school days, they can eat like raw cake. Do y'all eat like raw cookie dough after they tell you not to eat it? Or like after you make a cake, you had added the flour. Like, yeah, that, they tell you not to do it, but guess what, people still do it. So I don't do it, but I know some old school cooks, like back the old school ones, that you know, they just know how to cook without measuring. They do it. So make sure your egg is mixed in here well. Okay. You shouldn't see any egg yolk. So yeah. Ooh, we don't want to knock that on the floor. It should be mixed in pretty well. So all you're going to do is take your bag, zip it up, leave a little corner open so that you can get some of this air out. And once you get the air out, I would just mix it up one more time. Just lay it flat like I'm about to do right now. And just mix it up really well. This is how we make pizza in the summertime, y'all. Just give it a little massage. Alright, so this is really easy. The kids will love this because the texture of it. Okay. The ricotta or ricotta cheese should change colors after you mix the egg in and all your seasoning. And it will go straight back down to the bottom of the bag like so. And like I said, just leave a little air pocket or leave a little open up the top so you can get the air out. Okay. Simple, easy, nice. Set that aside. You want to go ahead and get your noodles back out. Whatever sauce you're going to use, go ahead and get that open. I'm going to use this marinara sweet sauce. You do not have to use the sweet sauce. You can use the regular style. It doesn't have the sweetness to it. This has a hint of sweetness to it. But use whatever you like to use in your household. And at this point, all you want to do is start an assembly line. Okay? So, put a little bit of sauce at the bottom. Just like you would do lasagna. If you have never made lasagna, this is pretty much the same. Get you about 2 or 3 tablespoons. These are big ones. And you just want to spread it at the bottom because you don't want it to stick to your pan. I will cook this in a glass pan, or I will go ahead and put it in aluminum pan if you have one. It's really up to you. Start you an assembly line. You want to take your noodle. My hands are clean, y'all, because I haven't been touching anything. You want to take your bag like so. Again, make sure you have that little air pocket. You want to cut you how big you want your hole to be, pretty much. So I'm going to cut like maybe just a corner. Let me get closer so I can show y'all and cut this light down, because I want you to know the bigger you cut this hole, the more of the filling is going to come out, okay? And if you're trying to start small and work your way up. So I'm going to cut about this much off of there. That's a pretty big hole, okay? I'm going to show y'all, and then we're going to get to piping these out. So just take it like so. Get you a nice little corner of it, and you want to open it up. Find your technique. Find how you feel comfortable holding this, and you just want to pipe it out. Now, if you can't hold all this in one and you need to pipe it out a little bit differently, go ahead and do that, okay? And just pipe them out. Now, I might then show you the best way right here, but I'm going to show you. So, that's a lot going on in here. You can really need to fill this up. So, pretty much just find you a good technique. Hold your bag. And this is the best way to fill these up. Pre-fill them up. Okay? Just like so. Now, if you're not comfortable holding the bag and having a lot in your hand, don't fill it up like I did. Just put a little bit at a time in there. And then all you want to do is just go ahead. Get a little bit more. And hopefully I'm showing y'all a good way how to do this, okay? Bam. And then take your spatula and just put it in there. And then just figure out how you want to put yours or layer them in there. Again, simple, easy. I think that using the bag like this is much convenient and easier than you trying to do it your way. So I'm going to show you one more time. These shells are pretty big, y'all. So you can start at the bottom like so. Hopefully I'm showing you right. And you just pipe it in there. Just pipe it in there the best way you feel. Okay? When you get done piping it in there, just stick it in there like so. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill these bad boys up. Then when I get to the end of filling them up, I'm gonna show you our last and final little topping that we're gonna do for these. Okay. You got a lot of space, so just go ahead and knock them out, okay? So I'm just going to finish up filling them up like I said. Hopefully I'm giving you a good example on how to fill them up. You start within the middle and you just do a little circle. I like to do a circle, come out on the outside of them, and then zigzag back and forth. Boom, I got them filled up. So go ahead and fill yours up, and I'm going to fill mine up. And then when we get done, we're going to come and finish the top off and bake them. Open them up like this, fill the middle up first, do a little circle, and then start coming out and do a zigzag. If you hit a corner, and boom, they fill. And if you feel like you missed a spot, just go back and do another zigzag and fill it up. I think the zigzag method is the best method in filling these up. Alright, y'all. So, okay. So, I stuffed all of them. I piped them in there. I told you piping is such ease. So, now what you want to do is just add a little bit of sauce on top. And then you want to go ahead and sprinkle some of that cheese that I told you to save. And you just want to sprinkle a little bit of sauce. Now, you can get messy and throw a lot of it on there. But presentation is key over here. So, just sprinkle a little bit like I'm doing. You want to put your oven on 350. You want to cook these for about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Everything is pretty much cooked. The egg that's in here is not going to take long to cook. That's why I said 10 to 15 minutes. It's like a little dollop of an egg in each one, okay? So once they get nice golden brown and the cheese start bubbling on top, this is done. You can take it out, serve it with some garlic bread, a salad on the side. Do what's best for you and your family. I guarantee you they're going to like it. It doesn't have any meat in there, so the vegetarians can have this. Now, it does have a lot of dairy products, so if you can't handle the cow, don't come home to eat this, okay? So when this gets done, I'm going to show you the final result. We're going to make a plate and we're going to eat dinner, because literally I'm eating this for dinner. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to eat it for dinner. So that's all you have to do. And again, it doesn't take that long to cook. This is something that the whole family can get involved in and make and bake, okay? See how simple and easy that is? Alright guys, I see y'all in about 20 minutes. In y'all case, I see y'all in a few seconds. Alright guys, so it's done. My family wanted a little more sauce. But you know, I'm still trying to be healthy and semi-good today since it's my cheat day. But anyway, this came out beautiful. It is slightly warm because I let it cool down. Look at the cheese. So just take one, simple and easy. If you put the sauce at the bottom like I told you, just put it on your plate right here. I'm gonna slide y'all right on over here so you can see me cut on this. Ooh, look. Look at that filling, guys. That is delicious. It smells good. I know it tastes good. Let me taste it. It is delicious. It has flavor. It just melts in your mouth. Melts in your mouth. Ah! You know it tastes good when your words not coming out right. It just melts in your mouth. It's the right texture of the noodles. The sauce is creamy. It's delicious. Flavor on point. Like, I could sit here and eat these all day, which I'm not. It just melts in your mouth. Okay, so if you want to try these out, make sure you go ahead, try them out, take a picture, share it, let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you are part of the crew. So until next time, make sure you come back and I'll be here with you. Ooh, this is good.